Greetings, grade 12 is Made the Best. Today we'll be doing the sequence and series. You know, last year you were doing the number patterns where we were dealing with the linear equations, quadratic equations. But before we get into details, we have to do some revision where we start with the quadratic. The quadratic number pattern. Never mind, my handwriting is for mathematicians, guys. But firstly, they taught you about this formula where they say Tn is equals to an squared plus bn plus c. Right. You know this formula from the parabolas. On parabolas, we have something like this, right? Even on the number pattern, we have something like this, right? Let's take example, right? The first, let's say we have 2, 3, 6, 11, right? This is what is your series, right? The first question might be determine the nth term, right? Which is the general term, right? Remember, when they say nth term, they refer to general term. Don't be confused, right? But let's start with this equation, right? First thing, this is quadratic. It means that you're going to have the first difference and the second difference, right? Remember, they taught you the difference where they say T2 minus T1, right? Is equals to something, right? We are still doing the same thing, guys. Here, 2 is our what? Is our T1. 3 is what? T2. T3 and T4, right? Firstly, on the quadratic equations, we have to determine the first difference and the second difference. How do we determine it? You say, you write your sequence, right? You say 2, 3, 6, 11, right? We say T2 minus T1, which is you do something like this, right? We say T2 minus T1, right? Which is 3 minus 2. You get what? You get 1, right? Again, we come to this one. We say T3 minus T2, which is you get what? You get 3, right? Again, we come to this one. We say T4 minus T3, which is 11 minus 6. We get 5, right? As we see here, we do not have a common difference, right? It means we're still continuing doing the same thing again, right? Until we get into the common difference, right? Again, this one is going to be our T2 minus T1, where we say 3 minus 1, we get what? 2. Again, 5 minus 3, we get what? 2, right? You see, now we have a common difference, right? Which is 2, right? Then the question said determine the nth term or general term, right? We are not that, right? Firstly, remember they told you about this formula where they say here we say A plus B plus C. It goes with what? With the first term, right? Again, we have another formula which is 3A plus B. It goes with what? With this term, the first term of the first difference, right? Again, we have another one. So 2A goes with what? The common difference, right? Right. This thing is very simple. Firstly, you need to determine what is A, what is B, and what is C. By using these formulas, you will get those variables. Then you can determine your general term. Right. Let's do it. We said 2A, it goes with what? The common difference. Is where you say 2A is equals to 2, right? Then you don't want 2A, you need A alone, right? We're going to do what? We divide. Say divide by 2. Then we get what? A is equals to 2 divided by 2 is what? Is 1. We have what? Our A. Right. Then again, what? We have A and we don't have B. We can determine B by using this formula. Right. We say 3A plus B, right, is equals to what? We use this term, which is what? Is Y, right? And remember, we already determined the value of A, right? Which is 1, right? We substitute. When we see A, we substitute with 1, right? We say 3, substitute with 1 plus B is equals to 1, right? 3 multiplied by 1 is just 3, right? You just write your 3 is equals to 3, plus B is equals to 1, right? Then from here, what do you do? We transpose. You take this 3 to the other side. When you jump the equal sign, it changes the sign, right? It means you're going to have something like this. B is equals to 1 minus 3, right? Then B is equals to 1 minus 3, which is negative 2, right? Right. Now we have what? We have A, we have B, right? It means this variable is occupied, this one is also occupied. We left with what? With C. We do not have C, but with this formula, we can determine what is C, right? We say A plus B plus C is equal to, we take the first term, right, which is 2, right? From here, it's just the matter of substitution. We substitute. We have A. A is what? Is 1, right? Then we have B, which is negative. It means that the negative is going to dominate because this is what is positive. You just say negative 2, right? Plus C, right? Is equals to what? 2. Then here is just symbol as ABC. 1 minus 2 is negative 1, right? Plus C is equals to 2. And here we do what? We transpose negative 1. It says C is equals to 2. This, when it jumps the equal sign, it becomes positive. Say plus 1. Then C is equals to 3. Right? Our variables are all occupied. Therefore, our general term is Tn is equals to, when it's 1, you just write 1. It is equals to n squared plus, what is our B? Our B is what? Is negative 2. Then therefore here you have negative 2n Then what is our C? Plus 3. Right. You see how simple it is. Simple as ABC. Right. Let's determine another question. Mathematics is very simple, this thing. Very, very simple. Then the other question can be determine the value of 42 second term, right? We are still on the same question, right? Here we have what? Our general formula. This is our general, not formula, our general formula or term, right? From here, but find what? The 42 term, right? It means when you see n, you substitute with 42, right? You just say t n is equals to, you write your formula, n squared minus 2n plus 3, right? Then they said 42nd, right? You say t 42 is equals to, where you see n, we substitute with what? With 42, right? You say 42, when you substitute, you use the brackets, right? Minus 42 plus 3. Then from here, you just have to punch the calculator, right? You will get 1,683. Yeah, something like this. Right. The other question, right? The similar question, you can say determine which term, right? Which term will be equal to, right, 1,901, right? Which term? Here we are given Tn. We want what? Our n, right? Which term it will be equal to 1,091, right? From here, from our formula, you can write your formula, say Tn is equals to n squared minus 2n plus 3, right? It shows that you understand what you are doing, right? From here, again, I told you that this one is our Tn, is given. They need which term it will be equal to this one. The term, our term is those T1, T2, T3, they need those one. Which one it will be equal to? 1,091. Right. Here we substitute. This one is our Tn. We say 1,091 is equals to, we do not have n. You write the way it is, n squared minus 2n plus 3. Right. From here we apply mathematics. We just apply the simple maths, right? We take this one to the other side. It jumps the equal sign. It will change the sign, right? It means you're going to have n squared minus 2n plus 3 minus 1091, right, is equal to 0, right, because it jumped the sign, right. From here, we apply maths. We check which one are the like terms, right? Which one is the like terms? N squared, we have anything with n squared here. We do not have. You write n squared minus 2n. This one are the numbers, right? You can add them or subtract them. Here is the positive, here is negative. It means something, it will happen. There will be some subtraction here, right? Positive 3 minus 1091, you get what? Negative 1088, right? Equal to what? 0. From here, you remember when you factorize, you start to factorize here. We factorize. We say, write something like the 2 brackets, right? Here is n, here is n, right? As you write this, you will need the factors. Which factors, when we multiply, they give you 1088. Then when you add them, they give you negative 22n. Those terms, they're going to, you will find it is 32 and 34. Then from here, you have to take which one it will be negative. As you check here, you have negative sign. It means the bigger one, it will take the negative sign. This one, it will take the positive sign. Right? From here, symbol is ABC. Say n is equals to negative 32, or n is equals to positive 34. Right? From here, you take these numbers, substitute them, right? You substitute them on your term, on your general term, right? If they give you 1091, it means that term is what is equal to 1091. If it's not, it means you do something like this. As we pass calculator, we'll find this one is not equal to 1091, right? Therefore, this one is not. You can say, therefore, the 34, right, is equal to what? 1091. You get it. If you don't get it, watch the video. You will get it.